Welcome back to Big Bris TV, and on this episode we back with the Mojave Grom. You can see I got some stuff that I said in the previous video I was gonna get in. These things finally came in. My front and rear diffs. I did get the replacement stock diffs. These are the upgraded ones that Arrma made for the Groms. I'm not even sure what they upgraded on this, but oh yeah, the metal gears inside. So there are metal gears, as you can see right here, spider gears that are inside. This top gear is still plastic, but I took this apart to show what went bad is right here. You can see those little nubs there. This one is slightly shorter or rounded off, and you can't even tell really, you know, looking at it. But when you put this whole thing back together, right, down in there, there's two slots where these two grooves go into, right? So when you put them in there, right, see how it just popped in? So if you put it this way, it won't go all the way down, and then when you turn, boom, it pops in, right? So that means it's slotted. When you turn this, those gears are supposed to be turning. You see they want to turn, but no, they're not turning. So that's stripped. And then here is the metal one I disassembled right here to show you the difference. Now the screw is still in there, but if I was to stick this in and do the same thing, let it pop in, look, when I turn it, see the gears, I have to push them down because obviously they will be resting up against this, but you get the point. I think you get the point, right? So this is why this is the upgrade. People were wondering or wishing that Arrma just made this part metal, because that's the part that fails. And so these, I linked these in the description. Look down in there, you see the two slots where they fall in, that's metal. And so, and then this is metal. So that's metal on metal, it butts up together. See how the same principle, when you turn it, it slides in there. And then now, when you turn this one, they both want to turn, right? So it's locked up right now, but once I tighten the screw down, it'll loosen back up. And obviously you get the bearing. So the only difference between these two is that the stock one comes with a 1.5 millimeter screw down in there, and this one comes with a Phillips head. So I haven't installed this obviously in the Grom because I just replaced this one with a factory one. But when the factory one fails, I'm already putting this back in, and I didn't put the bearing. When the factory one fails, which it will inevitably fail again because of the 3S power that I have on here and the way that I drive, then I'll swap over to these. It's pretty straightforward, so I'm not gonna show that. But you see, now that I got that screw in, you see when this one turns, the opposing one turns the opposite way, and that's what a differential does. So I'm just gonna use my shock wrench to hold this and get this really tight. Okay, so this is the upgraded differential here. It's greasy, so I'm out here dropping stuff, but yeah, there you go. So you want to lubricate this. I didn't open this one. I tried, but those Phillips head screws, they want to start stripping out, so I didn't even bother. It's about the same stiffness as the factory one is, so I'm not gonna mess with it. But all we really need is the fact that these are not going to strip out, and they look the same length and width and everything, so I'm pretty sure this is a good fit. When I do finally put them in, I'll come back. I won't dedicate a complete video to it, but I will do that. And then I took this one apart, but because it's 1.5 millimeter hex, and really that's the beauty of getting parts that are from the factory, from a big name company, because they're gonna do things, they're gonna go the extra mile. I mean, how much more really is it to add hex hardware, you know? Especially these tiny screws, you're not gonna be wanting to use the Phillips, because the Phillips are easier to strip out than a hex. This actually keys right in and locks, whereas with the hex it's more easier for the bit to slide out. And we at least have an extra crown gear, and it's an Arrma branded crown gear, so this will actually work on here. So if you really wanted to get bougie, you could take this crown gear out, swap it out for this one, They're both 0.8 mod, and or you could just take the output drives from here and swap them over to this, you know, and then use the hex hardware, and you should be golden. But for right now, if I were to put this one back in, it's a 2-wheel drive vehicle, and front wheel drive at that. So I'll show you some lines that I carved running 2-wheel drive or front wheel drive. Let's see if I can carve lines going 4-wheel drive. Let's see if she will wall ride. That's just abuse. Footage. So yeah, the tire wear so far on this, I mean, the nubs, I would say that's got half his life left on the nubbage. But yeah, I was quick to get an extra set of D-Boost tires, so I really love those. And for those who haven't seen my clean install, it's got the Hobbywing Quick Run 16BL30, the Reedy 4500 kV motor. We've got a rocket fan. This thing is very powerful. We're running it on an Ovonic 2200 3S LiPo, a Dumbo RC X6FG receiver, which means the G means it has a gyro. Listen to that fan. And to install it, I just crazy glued it down in there. I used some tire glue, and I just glued it right to the chassis. You can see some of the glue slop down in there. The fan basically just fits. So the stock fan that comes in here is 25 millimeter, and then with the shroud comes to 30. So if you use this 30 millimeter fan, just the fan's gonna fit in there. And then I have the servo mount slash ESC mount. This was by RC Basics. I got this from eBay. People were asking about that. But as of now, this thing is awesome on 3S. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting more wear in the rear tires than the front. So I'm just gonna swap these front to back, you know, rotate the tires. And then when I finish smoking these on asphalt, I'll put these bad boys in. 20 bucks for a pair of 4 is not bad. You can't beat that. And then if you haven't seen a video of how I did this paint job, it was really simple. I mean, it may seem like it is difficult to do paint jobs like this, but it was really simple. Look at the sparkle in those stars. And the sparkle on the roof. And then this section. I haven't cut out these louvers yet, but this is gonna be my glamour body. I'm still gonna use the factory body for Bash. So, this is Big Bris saying, if you liked the video, hit it with the thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, still hit it with the thumbs up and subscribe. I do crazy nonsense like this all the time on this channel. So, the best way you can support the channel is by watching another video. And until next time, I say everybody stay well. This is Big Bris, out.